Hi, this is Patrick from Wanderlust Tiny House. We just pulled our house into Lolo, Montana, which is near Missoula, Montana, where University of Montana is. And it's Big Sky Brewery. A few other things we're going to check out. The Lolo National Forest is right nearby. So we're going to do a video today showing you how we set up our house, all the steps we go through, and so we'll start right now. So the first thing we do once we get our house back into the spot it's going, we lower our main tongue jack to get up off our hitch. Once our hitch is lifted a few inches, it's still connected, or once the tongue's lifted a few inches, we leave it connected to the hitch just so we can loosen up the our weight distribution bars, which you're seeing here and here. Those bars help distribute the weight on the truck, help push some weight onto the front axle. Without the weight distribution, we're actually pulling more than we're rated for. With weight distribution, you can see right here, we're rated for 12,500. So with the weight distribution, we're good to pull our house. So once that's lifted, we want to make sure we have wheel chocks locking our wheels in place, so once we come off our hitch, we're not letting the house roll anyway. We keep those just right up front so we can grab those. And when Lauren is doing the video, I'll reach around. Okay, so we went ahead and turned off the truck so that maybe you can hear me a little better. Hopefully we caught those first parts. So we have the wheel chocks locking the wheels right now, so the house isn't going to roll anywhere once we get up off the hitch. Getting off the hitch is a few-step process. First, we are going to take off our weight distribution bars along with our sway control bar. Then we will lift off the hitch, disconnect all of our electrical and our safety chains, and then the house will be set. Okay, so the first thing we do is I'll take off the weight distribution bars. We'll do that by lowering this hook. First, disconnect the safety pin. We'll lower this hook, which releases the chain that connects the weight distribution bar to the trailer tongue. We'll spin this around, which disengages it from the hitch. You can just pop it down. We just store all these components kind of right under our house when we take them off. The next thing we usually do is take off the sway control. So what this is doing is it's connecting the hitch to the trailer itself, and then there's sort of like a brake system in here that doesn't allow the trailer to move much quicker than the car is turning. It reduces sway while we're going down the highway, so we'll loosen up the tension on that. Pull the pins out from where it hitches on, and that just comes right off. Next, we remove the electrical cable that just ties all the lights and everything on the house to the brake light system of the car. And then this cable here connects the trailer brake system to the truck. If there was ever a mishap where the trailer came detached from the truck, we would pull this plug from this cable, which engages the trailer brakes immediately, so it would lock up the trailer brakes and keep it from just careening out of control. And then the safety chains come off. This is the last line of defense if something were to happen. It at least keeps the trailer attached to the truck as best it can. So the final thing to do, obviously, is actually lift it off the truck's hitch. So we remove the safety pin. We pull this lever up. This is what locks the trailer onto the ball hitch. And then we continue lifting the jack. until we're just high enough that the truck can pull forward and get the ball hitch out of the way.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is just lower the jack until the house is level. So we have this little bullseye level right here. It shows us that we're a little bit high in the front, so we're just going to lower it until that gets centered. So that looks pretty good. Bubbles in the middle, should be pretty centered. So now we're just going to lower our 4 scissor jacks that are on the corner of the trailer just to stabilize it so we don't bounce around inside. So we just got a bit that fits the nut here so we can use our drill so it goes real quick. So the next thing we're going to do is attach our utilities. First thing is open up the propane. We close it off when we leave and burn off the excess. So we just open it back up so we have propane inside. Move up over here, we'll attach our 30 amp electric cable. We have a 30 amp hookup at this site, and we'll also attach our city water connection right here.
So at this particular site, we don't have a direct sewer connection, so we use our gray water tank for all of our gray water collection. So this is the sewer hose. This is where everything will come out. Sometimes we'll connect into sewer. So we got our box out with our utility connections. We have our power cable and our freshwater hose. Most sites we stay at have a connection like this for water, just a normal hose hookup, and a 30 amp power hookup, which looks like this one. This is just a 15 amp hookup if that's all you have. Okay, so we have the hose and electrical hooked up at the box over there and at the spigot. So we bring it around this side and we hook up our hose. We just have a little connection piece for the hose to take some tension off the hose. And that hangs right out the front of this box. I'll close that up in a second, and then the electrical connects right in. Turn to lock it, and screw this to keep it tight. And then the hose, we can just connect right onto our short connection piece. So with that, we have power and water. You may notice that we had to bring these connections from the opposite side. So if you are starting a build, it might be smart to figure out how you can get your exterior connections on the the driver's side of the house, because that is the standard side for any RV hookups if you go to an RV site or a camping site. With the way we laid out our interior, that would have been really tough for us since we put all of our utilities under our stairs, which happen to be on this side with the door. So we haven't any major problems. We just have to route things kind of around our house to connect it. But if you're thinking about a design, possibly putting it on that side would make things easier. So here we have our sewer water hose connected to the drain line underneath the house, feeding into our gray water tank. As you notice, the gray water tank doesn't fit into the house. The trailer bed is really low to maximize the height of the house. So if you read our last blog post, we mentioned that building in an onboard gray water tank would have really been the way to go, mounted up under the trailer somehow so you don't have to deal with this portable tank. So far, again, hasn't been too much of a problem for us, but one of those wish we had kind of things that you learn later. So one of the last things we do once we get the house leveled and set up all the utilities is we go ahead and put a lock on our trailer. Just helps us feel more secure. Sort of our security system, it's just a piece that fits into the hitch, locks down on it, and it keeps anyone from backing up and connecting to our hitch from our house away. So while we're traveling, you can see we put shutters on our front windows just to protect them from any rocks flying up or anything hitting the front of our house. So when we get to a site, we take those down. We have them connected just with thumb screws, so they're pretty easy to get down. For the top ones, they're a little out of reach, so we do keep an extendable ladder just in the back of our truck. It's really accessible, really handy. It just pulls out. It gets you 13 feet in the air. So it makes taking those top ones off pretty easy. So we'll go ahead and take those off and we'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so we got the one window shuttered down. As you can see, we just have holes drilled in the four corners. We secure them with just little thumb screws, so they're really easy to take off by hand. That's all it is, and our window is now accessible.
So that's the basic setup for the exterior of the house when we pull into a campsite. Next, we'll make a video showing you how we set up and break down the inside for travel. So be sure to check wanderlusttinyhouse.com for any blog posts and watch our videos on our YouTube channel. Thanks.